Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really jumping into how to build a personal brand. Make some actual money from your passions online.
And we're looking at Crush It
Yeah,
as our guide for this.
exactly. Crush
Sure.
it. It's pretty bold, lots of strong statements, but also some really practical stuff about using online tools for business.
Yeah, it doesn't hold back. It's all about encouraging people to just go for it online, basically.
So our mission here is to pull out the key things, the actionable bits you can actually use.
Right, how you can turn something you genuinely love into a real venture online.
Without getting totally lost in all the options. Okay, so first up, Crush It. Talks a lot about the power of passion. That's the starting point.
It really is, and this is maybe one of the core arguments that your passion, your genuine interest is actually, more valuable than having a business degree or something. Skills, the book says, you can learn those, but that deep down drive, that fire, that's harder to fake.
It's an interesting take. And the book uses this kind of wild example to make the point.
Oh, yeah, the worms guy.
Worms.
Right.
Someone just totally, completely obsessed with worms.
And your first thought is probably, worms? How on earth do you make a business out of that?
Seriously.
But with the internet, it changes things. That deep passion could fuel, amazing blog posts about worm farming or cool videos about different species.
Yeah, showing weird worm behavior or something.
Exactly. And by putting that genuine stuff out there consistently, using social media, that worm person might connect with someone who does no business.
Sees an opportunity, a partnership maybe.
Precisely. And Crush It points to real examples, too. People who made it work with niche interests.
Like Perez Hilton with celebrity gossip. Built an empire.
Right. Or Z Frank doing those really unique, kind of quirky videos.
Veronica Belmont in tech and gaming, she became huge.
And those women behind the Go Fug Yourself blog, Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan, just sharp, funny takes on fashion.
None of those sound like obvious business ideas at first glance, do they?
Not at all. Their success wasn't about finding some hot market. It was about how deep their interest was and how they connected with people who got it or just found it entertaining.
Makes you wonder what other passions are out there, just waiting.
Totally. And if you're sitting there thinking, is my thing big enough? The book has this little test.
Oh, the 50 blog topics thing.
Yeah. Can you quickly brainstorm 50 different blog post ideas or video ideas about your passion, things you'd actually be excited to make?
If you can hit 50,
then it's probably a pretty good sign you've got enough material there, enough depth to keep creating content for a while.
it tests the sustainability of the idea, really.
Exactly. Okay, so you've got the passion. Check. What's next according to the book? Building your personal brand.
Right. This is huge in Crush It. The idea that you need a personal brand online. It's like your digital storefront.
It's how people find you, right? Advertisers, companies, collaborators.
Yeah.
They need to see who you are and what you're about.
And the barrier to entry is, it's pretty low, isn't it?
That's what the book stresses. Mostly it just costs your time and a lot of hustle. The platforms themselves, mostly free.
Which kind of levels the playing field. Anyone can theoretically do it if they put the work in.
Yeah, and it blurs the lines too, doesn't it? Between personal and business.
Totally. Crush It. Says they're kind of merging now. People want to connect with the person behind the brand.
Your personality is part of the package deal.
We see that with the examples in the book, right? Dave Morin, Chris Sacca.
Justine Nezarek, iJustine Online, Kevin Rose, all people with really strong personal brands who use social media brilliantly.
It really is a shift from the old way,
Yeah.
Relying on TV or publishers to give you a shot.
Yeah, the gatekeepers are kind of gone, or at least less powerful. The internet's more open.
But that openness, that freedom, it comes with a big responsibility.
Which is?
Being authentic, being transparent. You can't really hide anymore.
That's a huge theme.
Crush It. Really hammers this home. Being yourself, your real self, is your biggest advantage. It's what makes you stand out in all the online noise. People connect with real.
And think about it with how fast things spread online. Honesty isn't just nice, it's smart business.
Oh, yeah. One bad experience shared online can blow up fast.
So transparency builds trust. You got to be upfront.
The book uses the term DNA.
Yeah.
Embrace your unique DNA. Put out content that's genuinely you.
Your voice, your perspective, that's what attracts the right audience for you, the people who actually resonate.
Okay, so passion, authenticity, that's all great. Inspiring even. But Crush It
Yeah.
is also very, very clear about the effort involved.
Yes. The hustle factor.
You can't miss this part in the book. It's non-negotiable. Building this stuff takes serious work, real dedication. That hustle.
Yeah, forget lounging around and hoping for viral success.
Doesn't happen like that, or rarely anyway. Crush it. It's pretty blunt. Building something real takes time, energy, constant effort.
No shortcuts.
But the book frames the hustle as, well, almost democratizing, doesn't it?
Yeah, like it's the great equalizer. In this online world where access is easier, your willingness to just plain work harder can be a massive advantage.
Even over people with more money or connections, maybe.
Exactly. Your hustle can beat their resources sometimes.
So what are we talking about time-wise? Is it a 9-to-5 thing?
Probably not, especially at the start. The book suggests you should expect it to be pretty much all-consuming.
Late nights, early mornings, constantly thinking about it.
Yeah, learning, creating, engaging, it takes a lot.
And this loops back, if you're passionate about it.
Then the hustle doesn't feel quite so much like a chore, right? Your enthusiasm fuels it. It's hard work, but it's fulfilling work because you actually care.
Makes sense. Okay, so passion.check, brandbuilding.check, ready to hustle.check. Where do you actually put your stuff? Choosing the platform.
Right. Crush it. Simplifies it down to 3 main types of content.
Video, audio, like what we're doing now.
And written stuff like blogs.
And the advice is basically pick the one that fits you.
Your personality, your strengths. That DNA thing again. Are you good on camera? Engaging? Video might be it.
If you've got a great voice, like telling stories or explaining things, audio, podcasts.
Or if you're just a really strong writer, you can express yourself best that way, then a blog makes sense.
The book gives examples. Like video is obviously very visual, grabs attention.
Yeah, and for audio, it mentions Car Talk. Remember them. Huge success talking about cars, proving niche audio can work with the right personalities.
Oh, yeah, they were great. And writing, well, the potential there is huge, too, if you can craft good stuff.
And the book reminds you these platforms are global, plus there are tons of resources online now to learn the tech side of things. Video editing, podcast setup, SEO for your blog.
You can learn pretty much anything you need to.
Definitely. So you've picked your main format. Now, how do you use social media to get it out there?
Yeah, leveraging those platforms. Crush it. Talked a lot about Twitter, even back in 2009.
And a lot of it still holds up, conceptually at least. Like using it for amplification retweets are basically instant endorsement.
Getting your message out fast,
Yeah.
like a mini press release, direct to your audience.
And it mentioned using it for like R&D, asking questions, getting instant feedback, crowdsourcing ideas.
Which was pretty forward-thinking back then.
Yeah. And just signaling what you're about, what you're working on. Building awareness.
But the key thing, maybe, was using Twitter to drive people to your main content.
Right. Your tweet's got to be interesting enough to make someone click that link to your blog post or your video.
Make them curious.
And for anyone thinking, oh, Twitter's dumb or whatever, the book's take was pretty straightforward.
It's free.
It's a free communication tool. Why wouldn't you use it if it connects you with people?
It even said the best business tweet is simply, what can I do for you?
Which really gets back to that idea of serving your community, building relationships, not just broadcasting.
There was also that bit about search.twitter.com back then. Listening to conversations.
Yeah, the Advil example, searching for headache to find people who need your product.
The specific tool changed, obviously. But the idea, listening online for opportunities, that's still super relevant, just maybe on different platforms now.
Absolutely. And don't just focus on the huge platforms like Facebook or Twitter, the book suggested.
Look at the less crowded spaces, too.
Yeah. Maybe smaller audiences, but also less noise, less competition. It mentioned things like Plaxo, Babo, FriendFeed. Platforms change, but the principle applies. Look around.
Find where your specific audience might be hanging out.
And it gave examples of companies using these tools creatively early on, like Moo putting flick photos on business cards.
Oh, yeah, that was cool. Or that artist, Natasha Westcoat, selling paintings via Ustream by live streaming herself working.
Showed the potential even back then.
And tools to spread the word. Ping.fm for multi-platform updates. 2Mogul for video distribution. Ways to amplify.
Making that word of mouth work harder for you. Okay, so we know where to share. But what about the actual content?
Content is king. Still true.
Seems like it. Crush it. It's clear. Great content pulls people in. To your blog, your profiles, whatever.
And the formula it gives is passion plus.
Expertise. Passion plus expertise. Explues. Great content.
So enthusiasm isn't quite enough on its own.
Nope. You got to do the homework. Really know your stuff. Become the go-to person in your niche. Learn constantly.
Be an authority.
And the book had that clever idea. Document your learning process. Turn that into content.
Like a cooking blog showing experiments, or a professional sharing new research they're reading.
Exactly. It's valuable for the audience, and it shows you're serious, builds credibility.
Okay, this all sounds great, but it also sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
And probably doesn't happen fast.
Bingo. Which brings us to patience and having a long-term view.
This feels important. It's easy to get discouraged early, right?
Super easy. Crush it. Really stresses patience. Don't start again. Don't keep second-guessing yourself every week.
See it as a marathon, not a quick sprint.
Exactly. Focus on consistent effort, gradual growth. Don't obsess over making money right away. Build the foundation first.
Build the brand, build the audience.
And again, if it's built on passion, you're more likely to stick it out through those early, leaner times.
Because you actually enjoy the process.
Hopefully. Okay, so you're creating great content, you're being patient.
Yeah.
How do you actually gather people around you, build that community?
Community building. Crush it. Says it starts with just starting conversations.
Yeah, online and offline. Like meeting neighbors or chatting with people at a conference. Same idea, different venue.
So don't just talk at people online.
No. Jump into conversations already happening about your topic. Comment thoughtfully. Share other people's stuff. Engage.
Become part of the existing community first.
Right. Then eventually the balance shifts. As you build your own thing, people start coming to you.
And then your job becomes responding, nurturing that conversation you started.
Keeping it going. The goal is sticky content and having multiple ways for people to connect. Blog comments, social media, maybe an email list.
Different touch points.
Yeah. And don't be put off by small numbers at the start.
That's a good reminder. It's not about having thousands of followers on day one.
Crush it. Says it starts with one engaged person. That's the seed of your community. Focus on the quality of connection, not just the quantity.
Interact with people. Show you actually care.
Seems obvious, but it's crucial. Okay. The big question, money. How do you monetize all this effort?
When is the right time? Crush it, says. Wait.
Yeah, don't rush it. Build the brand, build the loyal community first, get that solid footing. Then think about revenue.
Okay, so once the foundation is there, what are the options?
Several. Advertising is one, maybe tasteful banner ads. The book even suggested cold calling companies you see using Google ads on similar sites.
Interesting. Proactive.
Affiliate marketing is another big one. Partner with businesses relevant to your audience, recommend their stuff.
But be transparent about it, right?
Absolutely. Full disclosure is key for trust. Uncrate.com was mentioned as doing this well.
Selling your own stuff. Retail.
Yep. Developing products, maybe just simple merchandise like t-shirts, gives people a way to support you too.
And as you get known, media appearances, TV.
Could happen. Perez Hilton, Andy Samberg. They leveraged online fame into wider media, and then there's consulting.
Charging for your expertise once you're seen as an authority.
Exactly. The book walked through an example like a board game enthusiast.
How could they monetize?
Start with a video blog reviewing games, maybe add affiliate links to buy them. Do a special Collector Friday segment. Maybe that leads to sponsorships or even TV spots talking about games.
You can see the path. Start small, build layers.
Right. And remember the mantra, anything is better than zero. Start earning something.
With a caution, right?
Big caution. Don't sell out your brand or authenticity for a quick buck. Be smart. Start slow. Build gradually.
Makes sense. Now, the online world changes fast. Crush it.
Yeah.
Thought about being reactionary.
Reactionary business, yeah. Basically being agile, able to respond quickly to trends, news, even crises.
And social media makes that possible, or even necessary.
It turbo boosts it. The book mentioned the author using Rhine Library TV to quickly clarify something from the NFL draft.
Or Domino's responding to that negative YouTube video back in the day.
Right. You have to be fast, honest, transparent when stuff happens. You can't hide.
The book even floated ideas like live streaming your business for transparency, like a restaurant kitchen cam.
Proactive transparency. It's all about using the real-time nature of these tools to manage your brand, respond effectively, maybe even turn a negative into a positive.
Navigate the chaos, basically. Okay, wrapping up. There's this final big idea in Crush It, legacy over currency.
This is a powerful one. It's about the long game, building something you're actually proud of long term.
So when you make decisions, don't just think about the money.
Think about how it impacts your reputation, your legacy. What do you want to be known for?
The book had that story. Delivering wine in a snowstorm.
Yeah. Just showing extreme customer service, setting a tone, prioritizing the relationship, the meaningful interaction over just the transaction.
That's what builds loyalty, builds legacy.
Exactly. It's about making real connections. That's the core of it all, really.
So pulling it all together from Crush It, it really seems to be about combining your genuine passion.
With relentless hard work, that hustle.
And using social media smartly, strategically.
To build a personal brand you believe in, and hopefully a business that lasts.
And the core message feels like anyone can do this.
That's the belief. It's not about being a genius. It's about being authentic and just committing to the work, putting yourself out there.
So a final thought maybe for everyone listening. The internet keeps changing, right? It's still evolving so fast.
Absolutely.
Your ability to adapt, to stay authentic, to build real connections in whatever way works now. That seems like the key. So maybe just think about one small thing you could do today, one small step to share something you're passionate about online authentically.
Just start somewhere.
Exactly. Thanks for diving deep with us today.